Hello there internet and welcome back to some more of the Binding of Isaac Rebirth. Today we'll do a challenge run. And I checked up on the list and I've tried to find out which ones were the most doable in the sense that you only need to go to mom. And I think computer savvy should be one of those. Okay, so we have technology 1 and technology 2 and spoonbender. So the way technology 1 works is that it fires laser, and the way technology 2 works is that it fires a laser and whatever else you have. So in this case we fire 2 lasers. And spoonbender is homing shots, so this should be interesting. So I imagine I'll probably just be more or less holding my arrow keys the entire time here. Okay, this is pretty sweet. So yeah. It's interesting how spoonbender works here. It seems extremely powerful. So I'm wondering if... oh, there's the cursor, sorry. I'm wondering if there's like a maximum angle that it can... Is this a cursor? No. That it can actually like change its direction. Doesn't really seem like that's the case. Since we're only going to mom, I don't need to worry about time. So I'm not gonna go to the boss rush thingy. Wow. So, well put spider right there. So I should just min-max whenever I can. Let's just go in here, see what we get. So of course we're not gonna get any item rooms, since we're already pretty powered. So let's check this. Success. Some money. Worst thing about challenge runs is that you can't actually gain any achievements in general. You can't even put stuff into donation machines, which makes me sad. But it would probably be very unfair if you could. Famine, but it's blue famine, so he's the guy who rushes the entire time, right? I think so. Maybe not. Maybe he just doesn't spawn flies. Oh, he does like a monster shot. Normal famine doesn't. Okay, that's a cube of meat. And on we go. So I'm thinking this should be pretty possible. I can't really see what's gonna go wrong. In particular if we could get like a few damage upgrades. Even though Famine himself went down pretty fast, so I guess... I'm not actually sure... This is okay, at this point it's a little annoying with the homing. I'm not sure how damage works with technology. If you're just doing base damage per tick. And in particular, I don't know if technology and technology 2 are any different in that regard. That's an interesting beam. So I'm wondering, what does this do? Flatworm doesn't seem to do anything really. So let's stick with Locto. And let's look at the rest of the floor. I was wondering something. I forget what it was. Yeah, again. I'm wondering if somehow the direction of the beam is decided when you shoot or when you hit an enemy. So for instance, if it just goes to the closest enemy and then after that it goes to the next closest enemy, sort of like chain lightning in Diablo. Could look like something like that would be the case here. I'm not sure though. I guess we're not... We could probably go into the boss challenge room, but it's probably a bad idea. Because boss challenge rooms aren't all that good. And we don't want to go low on health. Maybe now we do though. There's a single tinted rock, which I'm a little scared to blow up because this guy is following it around. There we go. Yeah, kind of expected that would happen. I guess we may as well go into the shop just because we are gonna get more keys than we can use. And I'll buy the 9 volt preemptively. Even though I imagine it's not gonna do much. I don't know what else to use my money on. I could use it in this arcade down here, but... Instead, let's go check out our boss challenge room. So we need to go down to 1 heart. Otherwise we simply cannot get in. A single golden chest. I'm not gonna bother. So let's just go back and bring our health. It seems like there are very few situations where I would actually go through the fight. Maybe if I could get 2 red chests, or if I can get, well, at least 2 red chests. I think it's actually possible to get 3 red chests. Or if I can get the room with 1 of each kind of chest. So 1 ordinary chest, 1 golden chest, and 1 red chest. No, not necessarily any stone chests. I would probably go for that as well. Monstro should be easy. Monstro is a good test for our damage here, actually. Because Monstro is a little bit tanky, but he's not very tanky. So we're dealing with him a little bit faster than we would on a vanilla run. So I wouldn't necessarily say that we are super overpowered. But of course we have infinite shot speed, infinite range, all of that good stuff. And homing seems to be better than not homing. Which is not a given. With Mom's knife, it seemed like homing was pretty bad, actually. Excuse me. Health up, and a devil room. And here we get a baton. I think I know what this does now. It removes all of your red hearts, and then I think it gives you a damage up, maybe, and some black hearts. I'm gonna take it just because I want to see what it does. Okay, it did remove all of our red hearts, and it gave us, I think we had 3.5 soul hearts before, so it gave us 6 black hearts. I think that's worth it, because we're not gonna take red heart damage anyway in this run. So essentially I paid 4 red hearts for a damage up and 6 black hearts. So I gained the damage up and 2 black hearts. That seems pretty good to me. Of course it means that I can't actually fool around with arcades and stuff like that. But that's also okay. And in particular it means that I'm not gonna be able to take more deals with the devil. So Abaddon seems like an obvious pickup if you don't actually have a lot of red hearts, because you gain all of these black hearts instead. Looks like the damage up is pretty substantial as well. Let's try it out on these guys. Well, it's good. And it came with the fear shot. Maybe it was just fear shot, not damage up. I'm not sure now. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'll have to remember to look over the video when this is over. I don't think I'll need more keys, so I'll not take Rusty Key. And the times where I've taken Rusty Key, it seems like it doesn't really work. So not much point in that. Or maybe I'm simply mistaken on what it does. But I think it's supposed to give you more more keys. This guy's gonna blow up when he dies. If he dies. Ah! So annoying. Are you gonna not pop up? Okay. Okay, he didn't actually blow up. I guess he was just creating the creep. Telepills into the boss fight. Okay. That's fair enough. That means that we'll probably get a deal or a devil room sooner rather than later. And this setup here seems extremely good against Larry Jr. So we're gonna go up to max soul hearts now, and I think the devil room, if it's not Krampus, will give us a soul heart trade. Or it's just gonna give us some chests. So in this particular case, I'm just gonna take one of these. In this particular case, having the extra, or having no red hearts could actually be beneficial, because then, if I understand it correctly, the devil room will never actually ask for your red hearts. It will just ask for soul hearts instead. And in a situation like this, where we have a billion soul hearts lying all around the floor, that's gonna be a better trade. Simply. I wouldn't mind using a bomb here to blow up some mushrooms. I guess I'll buy the ladder. It's not very good, but it's better than nothing. And we're almost done with this floor. And we have a surplus of soul hearts lying around. I guess I'll just... No, I didn't already go in there. That would be a mistake. Well, it wouldn't be a big mistake. Here the ladder actually works. Give us some extra money. Essentially all the money we paid for it. And a bomb. No. I'm not gonna use a single key. I could look for secret rooms. It could probably be in either of these 2 locations. This one seems likely. And there it is. Once again, I'm blinking. I never figured out what that actually does. Yeah. I'm wondering if it has something to do with the timer. That it tells me that I'm no longer on time or something like that. No, that doesn't make sense. On we go. So far, this is not too difficult. We have a pretty good setup. Yeah. I'll take it. So having this guy feared is gonna mean that I don't have to worry about his jump as much. He still aims for me with that stuff. But his jump is by far the most scary part, in particular when he does like a fast jump like that. Let's get out of the way. I like how I don't even need to actually aim at him, that I can just sort of aim close to him. That also works. This is also pretty good. I never really got super good with dodging these fires. It looks like it's working for now. I think probably Cube of Meat helped me out a little bit. So here we have Tears down, which is bad. Health up, which is yeah, good enough. Doesn't actually make any difference. It means that I can maybe take a Devil Room deal for a single red heart instead of 3 soul hearts that I would otherwise use. But again, I don't really think that will make any difference. Not any meaningful difference anyway. It's almost enough money to go to the shop once more. I could also just rush it at this point, I think. But let's make sure that we do this right. So I wouldn't mind being able to fly, because then I could actually do something here. Maybe I still can. It's a little scary though. So I want to get this Mark Rock in here. Oi! Right, okay, the ladder didn't work the way I wanted it to right there. Ah, shit! Ah! Okay, I lost some health. That was unfortunate. I was so sure that if I just did it safely enough that I would be able to get out of that situation without losing any health. Lesson learned, I suppose. So let's go back and look for the shop before we move on. There's Lust. Lust shouldn't be a problem at all. Doesn't actually pose any threat at all when, as long as she's feared. Health up. I'll save it. It could become useful later, but right now it's really not. Okay, these guys still have a lot of health. Rather, they still take a long time to actually get killed. That was very poor. It's a pretty big floor, actually. I don't think it's a curse, no. No, it couldn't possibly be, because this is the second part of the catacombs. This is a paralysis. Uh-huh. I have actually never been able to use that in combat. What is this one again? Oh, that's the one that allows us to yeah, use blood as a charge. But we don't actually have any spacebar items, so that doesn't do anything. We almost walked on the spikes again. Secret rooms could be many places. Let's look for them. That's not where it is. Could also be to our left right now. Is there no shop on this floor? It certainly looks like there's no shop. That's very... Oh, wait, we just came out of the shop. I should pay attention to the game. Let's go in here, see what we have. Let's, yeah, how do we handle this efficiently? I don't know. Let's give this guy a couple of keys. And then let's give the beggar all of our money. I forgot to pick up some money in the room just before. Thing is, he probably gives us a health upgrade. And that's not very useful. So, yeah. Nothing else I want to do, really, it seems. I guess I may as well blow up these guys then. could give us something good. Oh. That was kind of a mistake. Yeah, I guess I'll do this the min-maxy way. I should probably use my health up for this. Let's do that. I missed out on 2 charges here. So that's, yeah, missing page part 2. Evil up and our enemies will pay. And let's just visit this one once more. Moon teleports us to the secret room. So let's do that as well, because we were looking for that earlier on. A lot of money that I could have put into the beggar, but he's dead now. So the evil up is at least 1 black heart. I don't know if it means that we're gonna get more black hearts or something like that. I never really noticed that would be the case anyway. That was fairly easy. And we get another health up and a full health. Is that worth it? Only if we get a chance at the devil room. Otherwise, and I don't know. It's not bad. I mean, we can use it on arcades. Or if we come across more devil beggars. But other than that, it's really not gonna make a difference. Thing is, we have so much health that we're not gonna lose that. There is no effective difference between red hearts and soul hearts, other than in those like arcade situations. Marks, no. This is a terrible room. Our aim helps us out quite a bit though. Fear probably does as well. Put down a bomb to get 2 bombs. Seems like a reasonable trade. I really want to get in a position where I can like damage many of them at once. It's probably gonna be beneficial. And I did the same thing that I've done before. I will see you on the other side of this lowdown. Okay, let's try that again. Hopefully this works. Yes, back to full power. I don't actually not want to use a key there, but let's just go for it anyway now that we're here. Could use this money in a shop, but I could also use it here, so I'm gonna do that instead. That soul heart might become good at some point. See ya. There is a mark rock. Pop that open. Might also get a tarot card from the skeleton. You got a red chest or a golden chest. That's also good. And this is the second to last floor, so let's just go in here again. Is this Dad's key? No, it's something else. Now I'm kind of sad that okay, I think I have enough money, don't I? No. I will probably get enough money on this floor, though. I think we had that key before, but I forget what it does. So I'll buy it and find out. It doesn't count as an unlock, unfortunately, because we're playing a challenge at the moment. But it could be good nonetheless. Two more stints ago, I guess. So I could also look for secret rooms. They could be in many places. But it's right there. Let's just blow this up as well. Gets us the remaining cents, so now we can backtrack. I am a little curious about what it does. If it is Dad's key, that's pretty obvious, or pretty cool if that's a shop item now. Because Dad's key has influence on whether or not you're gonna be able to get to the final boss of the game. Mom's key. Okay, this is now more plus 2 keys. I think I had that before, but I forget what it does. Sneeze coming up. That's a little unfortunate. And it went away. That almost never happens. Got to really enjoy when it does. Marks. Does it matter? It probably doesn't. Let's just move on. Okay, so here our setup really shows its power. Hands. Eventually. No? Okay. A single hand. So many times these guys trick me. Not this time though. Finally the boss. And there's the Mark Rock. I don't think we'll be able to get it in one blow. Oh, we did. Okay. So if we do take some damage here, which we might. We have a pretty good setup against Mask of Infamy, but Mask of Infamy can be fairly tricky. Normally. We're probably fast enough to avoid all the main pains of this boss fight. I really love that you can see how much health the mask has. That wasn't the case in the original. This is... oh, experimental treatment. So we certainly got a tears down. And we got a bunch of raindrops, I think. That was terrible. I should have thought about that before I picked it up. Okay, so let's try to put this into the brain. Experimental treatment is yellow. Yellow is bad, apparently. There's damage up though. And Rotten Baby is also fairly nice. Rotten Baby spawns flies. They fly at enemies. They deal damage to enemies. And then he spawns more flies. Or she. It's a little bit difficult to tell the gender of this thing. No. Yes. No. Okay, our damage is pretty good right now. Even though from the stats screen it would seem like it wasn't. That was a little annoying. Let's try that again. I'm not sure. I've sort of figured that there would only be one hand here. Which was obviously wrong. So now our damage is 3. Okay. Yeah. I'm not sure if that's a Mark alone dealing or giving us such a huge damage upgrade, and I'm also not sure if the stats screen actually makes any sense in that regard. If you can actually trust the damage screen to say anything about what your damage is like. Because in the original you couldn't, which is random numbers essentially. They had something to do with your damage, but it wasn't very clear what. I guess I'll go back for the black heart. This looks like it could be the right way anyway. Open this up. That was terrible, terrible damage. I feel sad for losing a black heart over that. Oh, it's this sort of scary room. I think we saw it before, but I can be scared nonetheless. Ton of stuff. Where are you guys at? There you are. I think maybe Mom's key makes everything into a double item. So bombs are always 2 bombs and keys are always 2 keys. Which is neat. Alright, here we go. What's our time at? We're just barely not going to be able to go to the boss rush. That's okay. So Infected Baby is sort of like around as good as Guppy's head, maybe. Guppy's head spawns typically around 3 flies per room. And on a boss fight, Infected Baby is going to be a little bit better. Simply because there's going to be more flies, of course. It's pretty good. Or Rotten Baby, sorry, not Infected Baby. I have probably made that mistake before. So far so good here. Or let's just stand still. Shoot when stuff appears. There we go. I'm not sure why it gives us these items, but whatever. Nice and easy. We unlock Robo Baby 2.0. I don't know what that does, but it sounds awesome. So yeah, what a good start to a day this was. So for now, thank you everybody for watching, and I will see you some other time.